Okay, so let's discuss about the course and what we are going to do in this whole 6-week course. So the name of the course is Character Texturing for Games in Substance Painter. It's a long name. I never set it up, but it gave me an inspiration to create the course. So I like to break the course down into 4 things as the name suggests. That will be Substance Painter, Texturing, Character, and Games. By that, I mean we're going to talk firstly about Substance Painter as a software, cover its user interface, its basic, so the guys who are jumping into Substance Painter for the first time can get familiar with the tool and follow up with the next lectures that we're going to have in the classes. Next thing I'm going to talk about is textures, some of the texturing principles, what make a model look appealing with textures, some of the principles, keeping things a bit contrasty, telling a story and stuff like that. The third pillar of this class is characters. So then we are going to move into texturing specific to characters like character assets, character cloth, character faces. In last, the fourth pillar will be games. So it won't be a game class unless our output is in a game engine. If we just call it done inside Substance Painter with texturing, it's not gonna be a game class. So in the last one, we are gonna move into an actual game engine, which will be Marmoset or Unreal Engine. Marmoset is not a proper game engine, but it's closest and the easiest one for beginner to start with. Unreal Engine is free and easily accessible and mostly used in game studios. So that's why that's the preferred one. But if you can get the basic hang of it, you can apply those same thing in Unity or other engines. So let's break things down as a weekly basis. So what we are looking at in the first week, we are going to go over Substance Painter user interface. Then we are going to go in and create a new scene. Then we're going to bake our high poly to low poly to get the necessary maps. Texturing in Painter, we're going to use our generator mask mostly to keep things non-destructive. We will talk about smart materials and how to create your own. Then to end it, we're going to export some maps out of Substance Painter and render it out, including creating our own painted metal material from scratch. Second week is a bit interesting. We're going to jump directly into texturing a whole character. So there's no point for me to go in and cover every single nuts and bolts of Substance Painter unless you guys practice it on your own. So we are just dropping in the hot zone because that's the best way to learn. Just drop in and do your stuff. It's not gonna be as hard as some of you guys might think. We're gonna break things down one by one. We're gonna do things simple and we're gonna use simple method in different manners to get simple or complex materials. In the second week also, we're going to talk about PBR basics, UVs, what to do and what you should not. We're going to talk about shading in your low poly. Also, we're going to talk about how to export your object from a 3D software for Substance Painter and export using naming convention so you can bake down without any bleeding issues. Since the second week is the longest one where you guys have to do a whole character, the third week has been kept a bit lighter. So some of you guys who need more time will have more time and other guys can polish the texture more. If you can get the whole character done in 2 weeks, you can do anything in Substance and create any kind of materials. So to keep the third week lighter, it's only gonna cover cloth texturing, how to optimize our scene, and also how to prepare our face for texturing in Substance Painter, which includes we're gonna take our sculpt. If you guys prefer, you can sculpt in some of the information of your own like scar, moles. We're going to export it out, bake it down with minimum bleeding. Then we are going to extract a cavity map inside ZBrush so we can use for texturing and our shader purpose. From the fourth week, we are going to start texturing a whole face. Face being one of the most important part in a character according to me. So we're going to start face with basic ideas. We're going to talk a bit about using Texturing XYZ, which has become a pretty good tool used around the industry. Then we are going to jump into hand painting everything. For the fourth week, we're going to get to a point where it looks like skin. From fifth week, we're going to finish our albedo. We are going to bake down supporting maps for our engine like roughness, weight maps, transparency and scatter maps. We're also going to add more information like tattoos, war paints, some wart, moles, wounds, stuff like that, and wrap up our skin texturing part. You guys do have a freedom to bring in your own face, but I'm not going to recommend it because it becomes a bit hard to give feedback if I don't know what's causing the look. Is it the model or is it the texture? So having a unified face for everyone helps me focus only on the texturing side of things. Plus, it also unifies things for you guys so you can exchange ideas and give critique to each other. In the last one, we are jumping on Marmoset and Unreal Engine. Marmoset is going to be pretty simple to build in your shader. We're going to talk about how to set up common material. We're going to talk about how to set up cloth and skin. Then we are talking about a bit of lighting inside Marmoset. Inside Unreal, we're going to talk the same thing, creating a simple material, creating a cloth material, creating a skin material. Do keep in mind, Unreal is a beast on its own, so we are only going to talk enough to get our work done. I'm not going in depth about nodes, because as I mentioned, it can have a course of its own. Then we are lighting our stuff in Unreal, and we are ending this whole course by getting some pretty shots of the texture we have done and hopefully getting something presentable. So hope you guys have fun and you guys learn something from this course so you can apply those in your own personal or professional project.